Because they can't understand anymore God, what is spiritual life, what is the importance of their human life. They don't know even what the importance of their life is. And they're simply living, eating, sleeping, mating, depending, like animals. So it's not human life. Human life is given a special intelligence in this world. We're not, I mean, we have literature, we have science, we have religion. These things the animals don't have. Okay. So we have a special intelligence. Humans have a special intelligence. But what is that for? Not to be living like a sophisticated animal. Polished animal, they call it. Not to live like, not to use your intelligence for that. Making cinemas and skyscrapers and all these things. That takes a lot of intelligence. Rocket to the moon. So much intelligence is required. But that is not what the human intelligence is given for. Human intelligence is given to understand who is God. What is my relationship with Krishna? That's what it's for. If we do these other things, whether you're going to the moon or some other planet or the groundhog is going to his hole, right? It's the same. It's not the proper thing that we are to, or that we're to do with our gifts that Krishna has given us. So, therefore Veda is there. Veda is there, means know. Veda means know or knowledge. Veda. So what is it we're supposed to know? What is it supposed to? Just like you get a computer, and if nobody tells you what it's for, what will you do with it? You'll misuse it? No. Here's a nice plate. I could put my pot on top. You need an instruction to go with that thing, to know what it's for, what it can do with it. And the same way, Veda is the instruction booklet. We have this human form of life. What do we do with it? What is it meant for? If we don't have that knowledge, then we'll do it like people are doing today, living in animals, sophisticated animals, improving their animal life. So Veda tells us that's not the purpose. Vedanta Sutra, which Srila Vyasadeva has written, the Tato Brahma Jigyasa. Brahma means spirit. Tato Brahma. Tato means now you're a human being. Brahma Jigyasa, you must inquire about your spiritual nature. Now you're a human being. Use that intelligence, use that ability to inquire about your spiritual nature. Scientists are busy studying electrons, molecules, this, that, the other thing. There's no life there. You gave this one saying that our guru taught us. Said life comes from life. Life doesn't come from chemicals. You can put chemicals together, you won't make anything. Okay? So one philosopher, his name was Immanuel Kant, his German philosopher. He said, you can, you have all this knowledge of mechanics, physics, and so forth, and chemistry. He said, but can you make a blade of grass? Is anyone able to make a blade of grass? You can put chemicals together, but you can't even make a blade of grass. You can't even make a mosquito. Yet these things are there. Okay? These things are existing. And yet the scientists, with all their knowledge, they don't know how to make it. How to make it grow, how to make it live, how to make it produce photosynthesis, and it's growing all over the place, very easily by nature's intelligence, inherent intelligence. But the scientists, with all their knowledge, how to go to the moon, how to do so many things, they cannot do that one thing. Simple thing. That life is too much. What do you understand? Inconceivable. Such a magic is there. Such a magic is in all of us, actually. They don't know what that life is. So we have to understand more than just the material, the physical. Study of that area is not so important as study of the spiritual area, the spiritual region of existence, the spiritual reality that we are part of. That has to be understood. And human life is meant for studying like that. So we're here next to this big university. But we don't find that kind of knowledge being taught there. They teach religion, yes, and so, but the science of the divinity, of the divine, the spiritual, that they don't teach. They don't have that science because that's found in the Veda. Yoga, all these things are coming from the Vedic culture. And they don't have that awareness. They don't have that education. When I was born in an American family, and I had Ph.D. in chemistry, but I never heard of the science of consciousness, the science of soul, science of God. That they don't teach. You get a PhD and you don't even know what consciousness is, what life is. You look in the textbooks of chemistry or biology. What is life? They don't tell you. We don't know yet. What is life? What is the most important thing? If you don't know what life is, then what are you doing with your life? Chemistry doesn't help to know how to do in your life. What value is there to life? According to chemistry, your body is worth so much in chemicals. You can figure out how much it's worth by the chemicals. It's not like so many dollars, X dollars. That's nothing like that. There's such a valuable position in relation to Krishna, in relation to God. Mahaprabhu came to again teach this. This is a picture of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his associate Sri Nityananda Prabhu. They are the most recent incarnation of Krishna. They came 500 years ago. And he came simply to teach this chanting of the holy names of God. Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama Eva Kevala. Kalo Nasteva, 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 Katiranyata. Hare Nama, Hare Nama, chant the holy name. Eva Kevala, in this age of Kali, this is the only way that you might be able to make progress in spiritual life. Such a simple thing. You don't have to stand on your head and practice yoga. Press your nose, whatever they ask you to do in yoga. You don't have to do that. You just have to chant Harinam, the holy name. That will be enough for these people who are so degraded in their mentality to be able to awaken that consciousness of the higher plane. It's amazing. It's a miracle, actually, that he's given such a simple process. Just say Hare Krishna. So we're chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna. Immediately your spiritual life will come to your awareness. And you'll be able to make progress in that way. You don't have to do anything else. Sadhu-Sanga, associating with the sadhus, the saintly person, that's important also. Because we can learn, we can be encouraged in our spiritual life. To people who already have that connection, who are trying to cultivate that connection. We don't want to associate with so many people who are, oh, come on, let's go out drinking at the bar and go to the movies and waste our time. Or go to see a show or something. Or go shopping, buy this clothes and that clothes. And those will take us away from our spiritual life. But if we can associate with those who will bring us closer to understanding that high position, that beautiful nature, spiritual nature, to awaken that within us, awaken consciousness and awareness of that. That will be something that we want to do with our life. That will be valuable and help us to escape this samsara. Samsara means when you die, you've got to take birth again. And again, and again, and again. And it's not always going to be human life. You might take the birth of a snake, or a dog, or a tiger, or whatever. A cow, if you're lucky.
Plant.
Huh?
A plant.
A plant. A mosquito, anything. They're all living entities, they're all souls. And what happens when you misuse this life, then that's what happens in the next life. You want to not use your life properly? Here, take this kind of life. Take that kind of life. You can have it. Any way you want to waste time here, you can use so many different lives. So don't waste this life. Who has the wisdom? Who has the humility? The other thing in Kali Yuga, we don't have the humility humility to understand we're the servant of God. And we don't have any wisdom or intelligence to know that that is our real, that is the real identity of everyone. Our real identity that we're a servant of God, not the Lord of the world, the Lord of all we survey. That's not our position. We're here to enjoy ourselves. No. That's what everyone is thinking. Everyone who has no knowledge, who is very proud. I am here to enjoy, it's all meant for me. A proud position, an ignorant position. Not like that. We're here to serve Krishna. Not to try to exploit one another or to exploit the earth. But learning something more, something how to love, how to become devoted, how to become surrendered. Take a humble attitude. And try to establish that higher consciousness, a higher sense of living. That will lead us to freedom, mukti, moksha, from this ignorant plane of existence, from this animal life. We need that kind of moksha we want. But it comes only with service. It doesn't come with just, I want to get free from all of this. No. That won't help you. You have to dedicate yourself to something. You have to devote yourself to something. There is a plane beyond moksha, beyond renunciation. There's a plane of spiritual world, the plane of dedication, of service, of love. This is the plane of exploitation, material world. And in the middle is the plane of renunciation. I realize this world is so difficult, and we want to just become nirvana like the Buddhists, nothing. They're not also good. That's only the middle point. There's a middle point between this world and that world. Between this world is exploitation, and that world is dedication. And in the between is renunciation and liberation. And we want to go beyond the exploitation, beyond the liberation, even into the world of dedication, surrender, sharanagati. Krishna says, Mam ekam sharanam vraja in Bhagavad Gita. He says, Sarvadharmam parityaja mam ekam sharanam vraja. The sharanam means sharanagati, surrender. He's telling us what to do. Bhagavad Gita tells everything. But don't waste your time in this maya. In this maya, the world of illusion. That's not your real king, not your real place. It's not here. But Sarvadharma, give up all your duties in this world. Don't be afraid that all your duties, whatever you're doing here, you think is so important. No, that's not your real important. That's not the important thing for you. The important thing for you is to understand me, he says. Give up all these things, and then Mam Ekam. Mam means me. Sharanam. Surrender to me. That is where you're really supposed to do. That is where the real knowledge lies. That is where your real identity lies. Once you can understand that. But how do you tell that to people? This is the problem we have. How do you convince people that that's the thing that you have to do? Who are so involved in this world. So involved in all this stuff. How do you tell them that's not what you're supposed to do? You have a higher sense. There's a higher existence for you. How do you tell? How do you convince people that Krishna himself, God himself is telling us. This is what he's telling us. This is the message he's bringing. Yes, it's a very difficult thing. At the same time, it's a very easy thing. You just surrender all to my Lord. I've forgotten you for so long. And now I must simply be your servant. Let thy will be done, not my will. In the Christian world, they pray, thy will be done. Thy will, thy means Krishna, God. Thy will be done, not my will be done. We make so many problems for ourselves here. Get a headache, get sick, and all these other things, bills and debts and whatnot. And we just say, thy will be done. Take that attitude in life. What do you want from me? Krishna. I want to serve you. I want to love you. I want to be with you. Come back to you, back to home. Go back to my home. Back to God. Then we can become happy. And we can become peaceful, everything. Fulfilled, satisfied. We're looking for these things. Nobody wants to die. Nobody wants to be unhappy. Nobody wants to be ignorant. You know? Ignorant, darkness. We're facing ignorance, we're facing death, and we're facing misery in this world. How to get free from all this and come to the platform where we're sat-cit-ananda. That means we know what is going on. It is called truth or eternality. What is true doesn't die. Something ends, if something has a beginning and an end, it's not true. That's called like a dream. No, a dream has a beginning and an end, right? That's a dream. That's what we call a dream. That which doesn't have an end is called reality. But even our life, we only live 100 years. That also ends. Right? So even what we're calling not the living, the waking state, is also ending. It's also another dream. The sleeping dream is one dream within another dream, a waking dream. But that which is eternal, that is the truth. That is called sat. What is eternal? What doesn't die? There's a place like that. Sat-cit. You heard of this? Sat-cit-ananda, you know. Huh? Chit means knowledge. So there's a place where it's eternal, where there's knowledge, and where there's ananda, happiness, no misery. It means bliss, happiness, fulfillment. So it's not, you can't find that here. Here people have schools because they're ignorant, they don't know, they want to learn. So why do we want to learn? What is it that we want to know? That higher thing is what we actually have to know, what we actually have to learn. That, what is our real position? What is life? What is our eternal identity? And ananda. How do we become blissful? Not only happy, blissful. Ecstatic. That is found in the higher place, higher reality. Higher reality of spirit. Anyhow. So such a valuable thing is there for us. And we have to make some attempt to understand that point. Not only put all of our attention here. Matter, physical body, means dull. Matter is dull. It can't do anything on its own. You have a stone and it just sit there. Matter doesn't do anything. Matter is dull. It's stupid. Ignorant. And the scientists are concentrating on what is that stone made from. All their attention is going into that stone. And they're becoming then stupid, dull, and all those things. They're not getting any real understanding of things. Not getting any bliss. Not getting any real knowledge. They're just becoming dull like the stones.
Shapiro told bacteria are small but not stupid.
Huh?
Bacteria are small but not stupid.
Even a bacteria, yes. Because it's life. Even a bacteria is alive. And if you could study the life, then it's different than just the chemicals. Chemicals are dead. And if you're concentrating, putting your whole attention on the matter, you become dull. They can't think anything spirit. And scientists, you tell them they're spirit, they're God, say, why? No, it's all this laws of nature, and chemistry and so forth. And their intelligence is absorbed in that plane. And they're making themselves dull and stupid, like the matter. We have to understand there's something more than that, than matter. The bacteria, the insect, the grass, it's all alive. But what that life is, they don't know. Because you can't find it in the chemicals. And because their intelligence is all absorbed in the chemicals, they can't even think of anything more, anything higher than chemical. than dead and dull matter. So the air becomes dull like that, like the matter. This is the problem. Then how do you wake them up? So humility and wisdom. How do you teach that? How do you teach that? Anyhow, Mahaprabhu has given a very simple thing. If they have faith, if one can have faith and chant the holy names of Krishna, then maybe some hope, some spark will be stimulated. Just to say Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. May seem like a different, not very effective thing to do for the scientists. But Mahaprabhu has given this instruction to us.
Even Vedavyas has quoted in his
Vedavyas.
Bhagavatam that in Kali Yuga, the only salvation for a person is to get rid of his previous janma's sins. Chanting Hare Rama means Hare means he'll be reducing, means he'll be trying to rather take away all our janma's sins and purify us. So it's a purification process that goes on, and thereby we'll be able to know the difference between materialistic thing like the Vishayanandam, that's they call it. From Vishayanandam to Brahmanandam, Atmanandam. Vishayanandam is the lowest thing which a human being who has got who is able-bodied, doesn't have all the comforts available in the world or at his disposal, and he is in a position to have a command of all that at any point of time. That is one Vishayanandam. From that to the stage of Divyanandam means that is multiple folds which can't be explained like it has to be only experienced, and that experiencing is possible only by chanting this name, but chanting that name constantly and wholeheartedly, means it should be manasa vacha karmana.
Full faith.
Manasa vacha karmana means by not trying to, rather just chanting doesn't, it's a very first step, fundamental step of this thing. Manasa vacha karmana is the ultimate stage wherein you totally surrender yourself and try to chant it, and in that chanting you will be able to get some glimpses of what is Divyanandam. This is what I have been told by my guru. I thought
It's correct.
I should
very good.
I should try to put forward these aspects with you.
Thank you very much. He's given the right instruction, the right orders. He's giving you the correct direction.
Yeah, in Kali Yuga, the only process of getting rid of our sins is by committing ourselves to the Lord and chanting His name. Even when we are doing all our materialistic jobs, we can be able to do, even eating, or in fact in Bhagavata, in one of these things, what he says is, at any point of time, if you are giving to somebody, you feel that you are giving to Krishna. And who is giving? Krishna himself is making me, enabling me to give somebody. And with that means Krishna Arpanam, means we are Krishna Arpanam. We are giving to, even if we are giving alms to somebody, Krishna Arpanam. Even we are eating something, Krishna Arpanam. When we are trying to do something, Krishna Arpanam. That in every walk of our life, if we are able to rather
Krishna Smarana.
Smarana, that itself will lead us in the right
That's
direction.
the right direction.
This is what
Nice, very nice.
in one of the.
Very nice. Well, you know everything.
No, I'm trying to learn something. It's not that I know everything. I know only a speck of it. I thought, I have not
I
come
can't
here
say
to,
any more than that.
I have not come here to enlighten somebody, or I have not come here to clarify
Share
to
your
somebody.
thoughts.
I thought I'll share my thoughts. Yeah, I'm sorry if
No,
I
I can't say anything more
interrupted
than
you
you
and
have
trying
said.
to
It's
tell you
already
something.
very
No,
perfect.
my intention is not to. I'm so happy that I am able to at least come here and participate. That much.
Thank you.
Are you from Madhava Sampradaya?
I'm a Brahmin.
South Indian.
I'm a South Indian Brahmin by nature. I do my Sandhyavandan in the morning. I get up even here also early in the morning. I get up and do my Sandhyavandan. Evening, I do my Sandhyavandan. That gives me enough courage, and it gives me such a immense strength. In fact, I keep telling my children also that Sandhyavandan is nothing but trying to request God to enlighten you. Enlightenment is to reach Him and finally get united with Him. That is the ultimate taparya of Gayatri Mantra. Ultimately, it is Tattvam Asi, means the Tattvam Asi is such a powerful. It's a though it's a very simple Akhanda Vakya, it is something like in a materialistic world E equal to mc square. E equal to mc square can't be realized just like that. It needs a lot of background and a lot of basic fundamental aspects have to be known to reach that stage of it. Likewise, this is also like that. So this is what is told in. So the very fundamental step of realizing God is, as told by Swamiji, that we should keep chanting our name and trying to remember in every act of our life. Just like what I have mentioned, like eating, even taking bath, you feel that the bath is being given to
Your soul.
the Atma inside, means the God inside.
Mahaprabhu taught Sivera Swarup Hoy, Krishna Nityara Krishna Das. Krishnera Nityadas. Sivera Swarup Hoy. Krishnera Nityadas. Krishnera Nityadas. You are the eternal servant. That's more than Chaturmasi. That's Krishnera Nityadas. You are the servant of this. You're not Krishna, but the servant. So Jivara Swarupa, your Swarup, your spiritual form. Jivara Swarup. What is the form of the Jiva? That is Krishna Nityadas. Eternal servant. Nityadas is the eternal servant of Krishna. We don't want to become Krishna. We want to serve Him. We want to dance with Him. We want to love Him.
And finally unite with Him. That is the ultimate.
What did he say?
Finally unite with Him.
Huh?
Finally unite with Him.
Unite means to love,
Yes.
not become Krishna.
Right.
Love Krishna. Just like Krishna in the Bhagavatam, in 10th canto. Krishna is dancing with Radharani and the gopis. They don't want to become Krishna. They want to dance with Him. The higher thing. That's what Mahaprabhu taught. Don't become Krishna. Don't try to become me. Try to become my devotee. Try to love me. Fill your mind with me, yes.
And
But
merge,
not
and
to
merge with me,
Huh?
maybe? And merge?
And merge with me, she
Not
says.
merge. To be one with Him in loving Him. Feeling your will is my will. Not that I am you. Your will and my will is there, and my will is in agreement with you, in union with you. That I don't want to be separate from you. I don't want to be different from you.
Exactly.
But I want to be united with you in that sense. When Jesus said, I and the Father are one, He meant they were one in agreement. Not that they were the one and the same person.
Right.
So the Krishna and Radha are two, is one, but it's also two. So achintya bheda bheda tattva. Achintya bheda, it's one and it's also different. Everything is Krishna, but not, sorry, Krishna is, but how does it go? Krishna is in everything, but everything is not Krishna. Here the floor is not, as Krishna is in the floor, but the floor is not Krishna. Krishna is in me, but I'm not Krishna. He's in you, but you are not Krishna. At the same time. He is in you. Yes, no doubt. But you are not Krishna. I am not Krishna. And we cannot become. Because Krishna doesn't become covered by an illusion. Forget who he is. We forget. But Krishna doesn't forget. He's telling us, he's reminding us. Okay? So we have to make our remembering him and serving him as a servant. Become be a perfect servant. That is what we want. How to feel happy with him and not to just feel happy without it. People are trying to become happy without Krishna. That's not right. When you try to become happy with Krishna, then no problem. That's if you're
Without him is Vishayanam. With him is Brahmanam. That is the
That's the union that we need. Tattvamasi means you are Brahman, you are spirit. Not that you are God. You are also spirit, just as Krishna is spirit. You are also.
Sorry, we could.
He needs to do things.
When we brought the kid along
Yes,
and
okay.
he's
No problem.
How old is he?
2.5.
2.5.
What's name?
Hare Krishna.
Akshay Nagasai.
Hare Krishna. Say Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Oh, you are Telugu.
He's too young to understand yet.
Telugu, his friends.
What?
They are Telugus, Telugus.
A regional
Telugu.
language.
Oh, he speaks Telugu?
Yeah.
Okay.
నీ పేరు అడుగుతున్నా నీ పేరు
నీ పేరేంటి? నీ పేరు చెప్పు. What's your name? Akshay. చెప్పు. నీ పేరేంటి?
Hare Krishna.
చెప్పు.
చెప్పు హరే కృష్ణ చెప్పమన్నా
హరే కృష్ణ అంటావా? అక్షయ్. అను. It was our first time, so we just thought even if we brought our,
Very nice. Starting on the right path.
yeah. The discussions happened on Saturdays or every week,
డిస్కషన్ హ్యాపెన్స్ ఎవ్రీ సాటర్డే
Every Saturday.
every Saturday from 1 to 4.
Did you have a hard time finding the office here?
A little bit. It was like a little.
If you go through the Chamber Street
Which we did, and we came from the Nassau Street, and that's why we got a little.
Yes, that's why I said it. Came through the Chamber Street entrance. That was easy to find.
Yeah. Well done, huh? Swami, we'll take a leave.
Please, take some prasadam first before you go.
Sure.
Oh, sure.
Thank you. It's actually his nap time. That's why he's getting a little.
Well, we have some, did you bring the halwa?
Yes.
We did. We have some sweets for him.
Sweet Tintava, Prasada. Namaste, Japan.
You are from
Namaste.
Vijayawada or from Kurnool
Namaste.
or from
Tata, namaste.
We are from Hyderabad.
Hyderabad.
Oh, now he's awake.
Swami knew.
I did my B.Tech from Hyderabad.
చెప్పిస్తా దగ్గరికి ఇంగ్లీష్ దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళి చెప్పిస్తా
కాళ్ళదండం పెట్టు.
చెప్పిస్తా చెప్పిస్తా
పెట్టు. కాళ్ళదండం పెట్టు.
పేరు చెప్పిస్తా
పెట్టు.
దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళి చెప్పిస్తా
పెట్టు.
Long ago.
కాళ్ళదండం
దగ్గరికి చెప్పిస్తా
పెట్టు. కదా, it's okay. నేను చెప్తాను. కదా, ఇద్దరం వెళ్ళాం పద.
దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళి చెప్పిస్తా
పద.
పేరు అని చెప్పిస్తా
వెళ్ళు. ఆహా, బయటకు కాదు, అక్కడ. కాళ్ళకి దండం పెట్టాలి. వెళ్ళు, దండం
So
పెట్టు.
you must be now 70 years old. Good health.
ఇలా.
Haribo.
హరి ఓం.
చెప్పు హరి బోల్ చెప్పు హరి బోల్
హరి ఓం. That's close, as close as it can get.
Spinal cord becomes like
Om.
channelized.
Hari చెప్పు, హరి.
Haribo, they said, huh?
You are doing job here or what kind of thing you do?
So I work right now at Johnson Supply Chain. So I'm data governance.
You have got science background?
I do.
We are doing a science conference. I think he given you? No. In Rutgers. In Rutgers.
Oh, okay.
We forgot the bigger flyer, you know, we brought it, but you know, the smaller one, the information you can find.
Yeah. Okay.
There are scientists coming from all over the world, from UK, Germany, in June, 15 and 16.
Yeah.
So you are most welcome to join
Definitely. Thank you.
your friends.
ఆకలిస్తుంది పెడుతున్నాను ఆకలిస్తుంది
ఆకలేస్తుందా? చాలు.
ఏం కావాలి
You want some?
రైస్ కావాలా రైస్ sure can I help
No, we'll help ourselves. There's nothing.
It's okay.
Shall I give one flyer?
No, there's nothing like
తనకు
This is right now, the flyer.
You could put one for Madhava also.
Okay.
Okay.
can I help some can I
Oh,
help
please, no. Please, thank you so much.
కాళ్ళకి దండం పెట్టు.
It's coming.
Keep some.
Thank you, sir.
Keep some to invite your
yeah
friends.
definitely
Namaste, Hare Krishna. Hare
Your పేరేంటి?
పేర్లు ఏముంది?
Nagasai.
సార్,
ప్రసాద్, కృష్ణ ప్రసాద్.
వెంకటరమణ ప్రసాద్.
బాలాజీ ప్రసాద్. బాలాజీ ప్రసాద్.
That's really my father. When he has thought of him and then he felt that I'm his prasad.
We often go to Hyderabad, you know, for programs. We go to Chilkur Balaji area. We go to Tarnaka.
that's where my parents live in
I stay in
Sishyam, you know Sishyam?
I stay in Karnataka.
Sishyam, you know, right?
Yeah, it's
Scientists coming to this
would
one.
prefer sitting in
Dr.
the
Jagannath.
so she might know
MB Jagannath, senior scientist.
గడ పెట్టకూడదు ప్లీజ్ actually
I stay near.
one పెడుతున్నారు ఆకలిస్తుంది అందరికి వచ్చింది
You will be there on this June?
No, I'm leaving by month end. I'm leaving by 26th.
Oh, 20th of May. Oh,
6 months to
we
live.
have the event in June 15. I may come to Hyderabad. You know, they invited me, CCMB. They're doing a conference. And they invited both of us. IGNA organizes a conference.
If you can,
You can keep, you know, my number. And when I come, I can come. I often go to Vijayawada programs. You know, there are many
I
devotees.
can give you my number.
Sure.
And,
The pen number.
PVR Prasad 98480
B,
P for
Oh,
Panchatma.
PVR.
PVR Panchatma Venkataramana Prasad. The big name. 98480 91
You want a table here? So
Plus 91, right?
I'll feed him first
No,
Nine.
this
you want to sit here or you want to
Number?
sit?
I will
Nine.
first I'll
98
feed him and then I will sit down
480
480
91
91
852.
852.
Yeah,
98480 91852. Right?
that's it.
Okay.
You have a good name, sir?
My name is Bhakti Niskama Santa.
yeah thank you
I'll send you a message on the WhatsApp.
Yeah, please.
even if thank you
You are from which part of Andhra?
Hyderabad now.
Hyderabad.
I studied in Madras.
You got it?
I
Message? I sent it.
Hyderabad.
Oh.
No, shall I read that?
Oh yeah, you already have. Thank you. Thank you. How many people we have here? The kid needs, faster prasadam. He's feeling very hungry.
Yeah.
The kid, yeah.
Must be.
He already has?
Yeah.
He already has?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sit.
The word Akshay generally people think means which does not reduce, which is correct.
Akshay means there is no Kshayam. Means it will not. There is nothing like. As I said, it's the other word.
But really it means which is Nitya.
In fact, the Bhagavad Gita finally, what the ultimate thing, what Bhagavad Gita is only Tattvamasi. Means you are that. You better realize me inside. That is the first stage.
Many,
That's in fact,
but in that sloka,
I followed Adi Shankara is one.
yeah, Adi Shankara.
Adi Shankara is the one enlightened soul who has totally made a wonderful tatparya, means commentary
Yeah, I know.
of Bhagavad Gita.
Sankaracharya we have heard. Actually, he mainly defeated the Buddhists
Yeah.
because they didn't believe in anything Nitya.
They felt finally it's Sunya. And they said even to know that Sunya, there is something Sunya. There should be somebody. Who is that somebody?
He's saying he has read the commentary of Adi Sankaracharya.
Adi Shankaracharya's commentary is so wonderful. It gives such vivid explanation about certain Grandhi slokas given in Bhagavad Gita and Mahabharata, which are not possible to be understood by normal human intellect. Such Grandhi slokas have been wonderfully. Grandhi sloka means it's a naughty verse. It is in other words, in a simple way to understand, it's a very naughty verse.
Only Adi Shankar was not explaining the difference between Jiva and Vishnu. Krishna or Vishnu, Brahman, the difference between Jiva and Brahman he did not explain so clearly. And people nowadays, they think he means that you are the Brahman. No, but that's not. When we look at the scripture, we see there's a difference also. We say achintya beda bed. There's no difference and there's difference. Qualitative say.
Initially,
You also Brahmabhuta, huh? You also Brahman.
Don't step over
And
the
Shankar mentioned that. Huh? Adi Shankar mentioned that you are also Brahman, but you're also different from Brahman because you are small and Brahman is infinite. You are finite, Brahman is infinite. Huh? So there's also difference. Not qualitatively you're the same, but quantitatively.
Yeah.
Huh? There's a difference. Shankar did not explain that so clear, so Mahaprabhu made that more clear. That you are Krishna Nitya Das. You're the Das of Brahman, not Brahman itself. Understand that? That's what we're trying to understand and also explain that. Otherwise, Shankar is very great, no doubt, Acharya. But he's the first. He's the first. After him came Ramanuja, Madhvacharya, so many acharyas came after him. And they explained more detail. He gave most general idea. But then the more detail came. What is the jiva? How he's not exactly Brahman, but he's of the nature of Brahman, but not Brahman itself. He's a servant of Brahman. He said, Raja Govinda. You know that? Bhaja Govinda, Bhaja Govinda, Bhaja Govinda Mudha Mate. He said, don't be foolish. All your grammatical, they won't help you. But you have to worship Govinda. Bhaja Govinda means worship Govinda. Govinda is Krishna. So he's talking about Brahman, that's all. Brahman means only Brahman. But that's not all he was telling. He said, Bhaja Govinda. Brahman is one level, but Govinda is another level. At the personal level. You have a personal relationship with Krishna, with Govinda. Govinda means the cows, the cow pleaser, who loves the cows.
Govinda not only means Govinda has got hundreds of meanings. One of that is cowherd. And the one fundamental is the one who is known by Vedas only. He can be known only through Vedas. Govinda is that now.
He can be known through Vedas, but the Vedas cannot know everything about him. That is also there.
No, that is the one established route of knowing what is Govinda through Vedas. That's what the commentary for some of these things has been given like that. Govindanam is a very, very composite.
Actually, when Sankaracharya was in Kashi, there he saw some of his disciples, there was some debate started.
So let's have Prasad, Mahaprasadam Govinde, Nama Brahmani Vaishnava, Prabhupada Nanda Vishasana Mahaprasadam Ki.
Annam Parabrahma Sarva. There, I hope no onions are there.
No, we don't.
No.
We offer to Krishna.
కొంచెం నీళ్ళు పడు. నేను తీసి
Prabhu, some water is necessary. Prabhu, some water.
మధ్యలో నుంచి వెళ్ళొచ్చు వెళ్ళొచ్చు నువ్వు అది కష్టం అది
No problem, sir. No problem. It's okay.
No, I always see in Sandhyavandan, once we get this thing, we are supposed to offer
Okay.
to our this thing and then
Okay, good.
that's the process. What
No
we-
problem. No
It's
problem.
the established process of our tradition.
Yes, that's nice.
Brahmin tradition is that. Generally, I don't eat outside, barring such.
This is. So there is aerospace engineering T-shirt.
It's the only white t-shirt I have.
They sell it here or?
Now, there was a contest at Mechanical Aerospace about t-shirt design. This is the winning design. They gave away lots of shirts. So, it was great.
It's very good design.
You did engineering? You said?
Yes,
What engineering?
computer science.
Computer.
Even masters was
Okay.
same.
Here you did or in India?
Both.
Oh.
Combination.
Okay. Where you studied in India?
In Hyderabad.
Where? Which
In
college?
Hyderabad. Where? Which college? So I
Osmania?
did, no. Oh yeah, it was affiliated to
JNT.
JNT.
JNT, sorry, JNT.
Yeah.
And then I did 3 years there and transferred my final year of undergrad here. And then I did my master's in St. Joseph's University in Puri.
St. Joseph's.
Joseph,
Here.
yeah.
Akshay, you have to stand up, please. Can you stand, please?
So his name is
Thank you.
Lochan Prabhu.
This is your point of view? Where is yours?
He's a
Okay.
scientist at Princeton University.
Thank you, sir.
Postdoctoral scientist.
Okay,
And we are planning this event.
okay.
He is going to do the master of ceremony
Oh, I see.
in the event to introduce and things like that.
Gotcha.
So maybe you can also little assist in that during the event if you are available.
Okay, okay.
It's on Saturday, Sunday.
Yes. Can I contact you and talk about
Yeah.
the logistics?
Yeah. We need, a lot of volunteers to, because event, a lot of scientists are coming,
Okay.
different places.
Yes.
We need a lot of volunteers to help you.
You're always saying kawali, kawali, kawali. I want something, some food or something. You want some prasadam?
No, that's okay.
Sweet or something?
No, he's eating. He's just.
Can I get anybody else anything?
Right.
You sit down.
Thank you.
Please.
Maharaj, khichdi is okay?
Thank you, Maharaj.
Can we also offer to bring something to the Saturday?
Yes.
Okay.
But without onion, without
And-
garlic.
Yes, that's my dad also has the same sattvic, right? Yeah. Any other restrictions? Just onion, garlic?
No mushroom,
Okay.
because you cannot offer it to Krishna.
Right.
Also Ekadashi Kachi.
On the day of Ekadashi, we avoid grains.
Okay.
It comes twice in a month.
Right.
You want more rice? Rice?
Maharaj don't take salt,
Oh, I see.
so we
I
cook
see.
everything without salt.
Okay, got it.
Rice चाहिए?
Okay.
You want rice?
Rice there, Daddy?
Yes, please.
Good. Swami.
We have no rice.
It's okay.
Take it
Not
as
good.
it
Enough.
Enough.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Need rice?
No. That's all the spoon you have. You don't have bigger spoon.
Take my spoon.
Yeah, these are spoon.
We have enough rice for
Thank you.
Bada spoon ले लो.
3 times this one.
Okay. Thank you.
Is that looking good? Okay. But he's going to carry it. What is it?
We go to Vijayawada, there are so many devotees.
Okay.
In Vijayawada like 50, 60 and always they offer idli, dosa,
Okay.
sambar.
Okay. Everything is sattvic bhojanam, no salt.
Yeah.
That's it.
No.
No, salt is for Maharaj, we don't put it.
Right. No, I'm talking about if I were to make a prasadam, that's the only. Is there a guy?
Do some more of the spinach. Spinach.
Spinach వేసుకుంటాం. ఇస్తాను. ఉంటే ఇస్తాను. వాళ్ళంతా పెట్టుకుంటున్నారు.
No,
We
put
get
more.
some okay. Spinach.
స్పినచ్ కావాలన్నా కొంచెం.
Sorry. We are all going to Jagannath Puri, Rath Yatra. From here after we are going back on end of June.
అమ్మ స్పినచ్ ఇది వేసుకుంటాం.
Spinach.
ఇస్తారు.
So if you are available on July, we have temple there in Puri.
Spinach.
Maybe just
No, we have a temple also in Puri.
What do you want?
he wants the cook. That's nice.
July 4 is the
What will you do with this?
Then we are having South India.
Hare Krishna.
starting from Puri up to Tirupati. Going to Sitakulam and then Simhachalam, Kogu, Mangalagiri, Srisailam, then Bahagulam, then finally Tirupati. It was chilly, Maharaj?
What do you want? No more?
No, it's okay. I'm just gonna get the last.
No, it was chilly. The brinjal,
Sorry?
brinjal was chilly.
Does it need some more sweet?
Was
Brinjal was
That's
chilly.
what he's
Chili?
The spinach.
You need like
the brinjal was chili?
Yeah, I'm asking you. It was chilly for you?
Maybe for her you give.
Was too hot?
Yes. No. I put, I think, little more enough this black pepper.
No. That's okay.
no.
So, yes.
Tea is no good.
No, no. Tea is not good at all.
What happened with Madhava?
I
You-
went out.
you need?
We're coming back.
Sweet?
Are you coming back?
Yeah. We went out.
Thank you, sir.
What did he
So,
say?
you didn't tell me?
We're not told.
Sweet for you?
Whoops.
Sweet?
No problem.
Something from Madhava too also. He likes sweets.
Okay.
I'm giving you the ones. Sweet. Madhava says he don't know. He will cook sweets.
Give one napkin to that.
You go, huh?
Spoon of water. Kids.
Akshay, Hare Krishna Chippu. Hare Krishna, no? Chippu?
In Peru, Akshaya. Akshaya.
Beautiful.
ఎక్కడ వస్తుంది?
ఎక్కడ చూడుతుంది?
In Nepal, all the grandchildren, they don't stay with their parents. They all stay with their
Grandparents.
grandparents.
In his case, it has been there. All since his birth, he's 2.5.
You staying with them?
For like 90% of the time.
You going back to Hyderabad?
We have plans. That's why I wanted to coordinate with you
Okay.
for a couple of weeks to go to India.
Okay. But he stays in India? Upside? No, he come back.
No, no. I mean, yes. This time I will bring him back.
Okay. Now there was a big cyclone in India,
In Puri.
Puri and
In that
Bengal.
Orissa, Bengal and AP.
Bengal? Where in AP? In Visakhapatnam?
Visakhapatnam, Rajahmundry.
But the effect is not so strong, I think.
The waves are coming that side and
Mm.
first it touched Bengal and Orissa and
You know, Maharaj, the flag of Jagannath broken because of this cyclone.
Oh.
It was a very heavy wind.
Maharaj, what places in India have you been to?
What places in India have you been to?
What place in India? Oh, let's see, well, first time there, I went to Vrindavan. Then I was stationed in Mumbai for some time at Juhu Temple. And then I was in Navadvip in Bengal, West Bengal. Then I went to, traveled somewhat in South India, a little bit, basically.
The only ISKCON temple I've ever been to was in Bangalore.
In Bangalore, oh, the big temple.
The
they
big
have
one.
there, Yes.
But that's about the
Do you
only.
come from Bangalore?
Hyderabad.
Hyderabad, okay. They have a temple there also in Hyderabad.
Yeah, I just found out actually. Yeah, maybe that's definitely this time I will plan on visiting it.
Tirupati also, ISKCON is very.
I think I may have seen that too.
And where do you stay now, you said? In Windsor. In Windsor.
About 5 miles.
You have the big Swami Narayan temple. You've seen that in Robbinsville?
Yep. We're only like a mile from
Okay.
from that temple.
Quite a temple there.
Yes.
My little slippers.
Yeah, temple.
What date you are coming back to India?
So I haven't
Right.
booked the tickets yet, but
Oh.
the plan is to go in the last week of May or the first week of June.
Okay.
So only for a couple of weeks.
Oh. This Jagannatham is coming, I think, on the second week of May.
Okay.
So the event is on 15th.
Second week of
No,
May.
June. Second week of June.
Did you want something more? No? Oliver?
Maharaj, where are you? Do you live in the Princeton area?
Maharaj, she's asking, do you live in Princeton?
I'll do it.
I'm sorry?
Do you live in Princeton?
Do you live in the Princeton area?
Huh?
Do you live here?
Oh, do I live here?
Yeah.
I'm coming from Tom's River area.
Okay. Wow, that's far.
Yeah, a little far, 1 hour.
Wow.
Where shall I put it? I have one.
Just
Bring it to them.
good manage.
No, Daddy.
Yes.
I got.
Little. Trash it.
Give my trash.
Trash it the king.
Dakini means to bring.
Durgil means I am able to locate.
He found it.
He found it.
Okay.
I'm basically eating 3 meals. His leftover, my mom's leftover, and mine.
Muni Maharaj studied in Osmania.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah, that's what he was studying. B.Tech he did.
I traveled many parts of Hyderabad, like Nizam Palace, then parade grounds,
Akshay. Akshay.
then this one British Library, Charminar, many areas. Gurpalli.
Hyderabad in Hindi is very unique.
Yeah.
It's a mixture of
Urdu and-
Urdu and Hindi. It's a
When you hear, then you understand that they are from Hyderabad. Hindi. I don't think Telugu people speak like that.
Telugu also speak like that there, in that area.
in that area there's also slightly influenced.
It's the Nizam accent. But people are good there. I had one Muslim lab assistant. He was very elderly person, but he was very nice. He used to tell in details everything. Little bit problem is there in the old Hyderabad. Otherwise, no problem.
Hyderabad water is all coming from Hussain Sagar or from where?
Gandipet, it's a lake. Manjira river is there,
Okay.
and from that it's coming.
Another temple is there, no? In Hyderabad, the famous Nassau temple is there.
It is
Yadagiri.
Yadgiri. Mahaprabhu went there?
Ramanuja.
No, Ramanuja. How far from Hyderabad?
It's about 40 kilometers.
Towards Khammam?
Towards not Khammam, Khammam. Warangal Khammam.
We are thinking that Madhananda Prabhu might have felt sleeping somewhere. You taken some rest?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No.
That's not the chair, sir. You can sit on the other one, well, if you don't.
Hey, actually, Tana. Trying to keep it.
Yeah. So did you have a plate? You don't have a plate for one or another. Oh, you're too late.
He had, 3 incidences today.
I heard, yeah.
He left his mobile phone and he lost the way while jogging. So
But he can't go find his way without the GPS.
I decided to take a shortcut through the woods on my way back. And the shortcut turned into a long cut.
A question has been put to anybody, like say a group of people saying that what are you able to see? I'm sure we are going to miss the most obvious thing. Whether, can I start with you? What is that you are seeing here?
No, but our religion says we don't see anything. We are being seen, and
How?
we are being seen.
Yes, that's true.
We don't see anything.
Okay, anyway, I don't want to mess up with things, but what is thing is, see, we look at the vishayas. Vishayas means, padarthas means things first, and we miss the obvious thing. There is a light. If that light is not there, nothing can be seen. So, if we ask 100 people the question saying that what you are able to see, what you are seeing in this room, 99
Correct.
people will miss the obvious thing that I'm seeing the light. Unless light is there, can't see anything. So God is like that. God is around us.
You need a table, huh? Let me give you.
We are done.
We
My mom is
are
done.
not able. The only thing is we are not able to
I can give her to.
have a feel of
I
Him.
can shift, don't worry.
He is in the form of water. He is in the form of light. He is in the form of Mother Earth. He is in the form of air. He is in the form of Agni. He is known by 5 basic fundamental things. Prithvi, Apas, Teja, Vayur, Akasa. That makes Vasudeva. And when somebody asks what is the other definition of Vasudeva, this is the definition what they give. Vedas give that. So, he is around us. If we look at that position, Yad bhavam tad bhavate. The way we try to see, he tries to recognize us like
For
that. See,
Lucha?
the knowledge of Vedas, it's akhanda.
It's an angle of vision. In our Hindi language, we used to say drishtikon. We have to only adjust how we see things. Once Srila Bhakti Yoga Thakur, who is one of our grand acharyas, in the parampara. So
You have all the things.
he was in Navadvip, and there was a lot of people were there.
Some light reading.
And then he was trying in one corner, then one disciple was there. He thought
But
that
Bhakti
he
Siddhanta
is
Thakur used to read that.
not able to see the
Bhakti
deities properly.
Siddhanta Thakur, you know, right?
Then the devotee trying to serve him says,
And he
Maharaj, would you
commented-
like
he
to come
com- he
here,
commented-
then you can see
Yeah,
nicely.
Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur, right?
Yeah.
Then he quoted one sloka and said, don't try to see God, but try to act in such a way then he will like to see you. He answered like this.
Yes. Unless we
Akshay.
we try to enhance our eligibility to,
Right?
then we can see.
నువ్వు రోజు లడ్డు ఇస్తావా కృష్ణుడికి ఇస్తావా రోజు లడ్డు ఇస్తున్నావా భగవంతుడికి లడ్డు ఇస్తున్నావా రోజు ఇస్తున్నావు ఇస్తున్నావు రోజు ఇస్తున్నావు లడ్డు చాక్లెట్ బిస్కెట్ ఏదైనా ఇస్తున్నావా
పెరుగు పెరుగు పెరుగు
Can I help with the cleanup?
It's just a matter of putting lids on it.
No, with the plates.
Oh, we bring this home.
Oh,
Exceptionally today is very, very
calm
calm. Probably
he's happy
influencer.
he's happy
I'm sure.
मुनिवार उसको निकाल दो
Yeah, he's exceptionally very calm today. My dad is 100% right
Otherwise,
about that.
otherwise,
This is his- he
never
missed
allow
his
us to
lunch.
sit like this.
He missed his lunch, he missed his
Immediately
nap.
ask us within a minute saying that let us go.
Emma was very happy here
My daughter, she was also very happy, very calm here.
He ate for us.
He did. He ate rice, he did not eat the eggplant, but he ate the others.
eggplant was more chilly I think for him
Yeah, yeah. But other than that, he did. Yes, Amma. No, we're not done.
actually by mistake I put a little bit more like black people
Oh, I see. No, everything was very tasty. Really.
You know any song?
Can you sing?
Can you sing a song? A poem?
Partana? Em partana? Cheppu. 8 planets in the solar system.
7 కండలు వాడ వెంకటరమణ
Govinda, చెప్పు. ఎలా చెప్తా? గట్టిగా చెప్పు. గట్టిగా. It must be this calmness that's definitely,
Look at this.
otherwise he's not.
Anybody can understand there are some pictures here of deities.
Exactly. There's definitely some aura in this place that's calming him down.
There is some
No
spiritual
doubt.
discussion.
Yeah.
See, the chanting of Hare Rama, Hare Krishna itself, that vibration will create a lot of.
He feels it in the walls, that's why he's rubbing his body on the walls. He's like, I must absorb it.
Madhava Prabhu, you need anything?
So the best way to address is called addressing the men as Prabhu.
Generally, the devotees, we call Prabhu.
Okay. And the women?
Initiated, and women we call Didi.
Didi.
One, next week if you come, one Didi coming from New York,
Okay.
he comes all alternatively.
Okay.
Her name is Kusum Didi.
I see.
And she prepares varieties of, sadhu,
Wow.
every alternative day.
Wow.
She wakes up at 2 o'clock and, she finishes everything and comes here.
Wow.
Doing lot of seva.
Gotcha.
If you like to be on our mailing list,
Yes.
we have a mailing list, you could give it your email address, and we'll send you our newsletter,
Yeah.
monthly newsletter.
And I would like to volunteer wherever I can.
Oh.
How much given,
That is service. That
Within-
is seva.
my,
Thank you very much.
no problem.
All right.
Are you prepared to give your son?
He wants to. Sure. I'm not going to raise him if this is where his path or destiny is meant to be, sure.
It's a big sacrifice for a mother.
Do you want to become Swami?
Even Sachi Mata was unhappy, She was sad.
Who is?
Sachi Mata was sad,
Oh, yeah.
But she knew that he was going.
Shankaracharya's mother was very unhappy too, and she not allowed him to take sannyas, and he tricked her.
He what?
He tricked her.
He treated, she did
Trick,
her.
no,
He
tricked her.
Oh, he tricked her.
He went into the like a bathing, taking bath, and one crocodile comes and catch him. So you are not want to make me sannyas, and the crocodile will eat me, I will die. So will you agree that you give me permission that I be sannyas and I will be alive? But if not, then the crocodile is going to eat me anyway. The mother given him permission, at least be alive.
So shall we chant the Vandanam now?
Your hands are washed.
Page 38.
Akshay, read? Also you read? ABCD?
Page 38.
Page 38.
Vandeham.
Vandeham
Sri Guru Parakamalam. Sri Guru Vaishnavamscha. Sri Rupam Sagrajatam. Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakam. Sadhaitam Sarvadutam Parina Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Pradhan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakam.
I offer my obeisance unto the lotus feet of my Guru, the predecessor Gurus, the Lord's devotees, Sri Rupa, Sri Sanatan, Sri Raghunath, Sri Jiva, Sri Rupa's followers, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Dev, Sri Nityananda Prabhu, Sri Advaita Prabhu, Sri Chaitanya Dev's associates, Sri Radha Krishna, Sri Lalita Devi, Sri Vishakha Devi, and all of their associates.
Om Ajnana-Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah.
I offer my obeisance unto Sri Gurudev, who has opened my eyes, which were blinded by the darkness of ignorance, with the salve of divine knowledge.
Shri Guru Bhargava Vandita Mahabhavanita Sadada Purvaparya Parampara Prachalita Pragya Pramurta Krite Bhakti Nirmala Nirjarasya Nibritam Samarakshatam Sataram Vande Shri Gurudeva Namasya Acharya Varjam.
I bow my head in eternal obeisance to my Gurudev, the best of Acharyas, Srila Bhakti Nirmal Acharya Maharaj. He is the ever-vigilant, stalwart guardian of the current of pure devotion, whose highest form flows from our most worshipable Sri Rupananga Guru Varga in their exclusive dedication to Mahabhav Srimati Radharani. Gurvavishta Subrahmanam Guru Ganira Sisham Samshisham Chinta Chinta Samasta Veda Nipunam Sri Rupa Gopalagam Govinda Vidam Junujalam Bharatanam Bhaktitam Sundaram Vande Vishwagurum Chakri Divya Bhagavat Premahi Bijapradam. Would you like to read it?
Yeah. I offer my obeisance unto he who perfectly fulfills his Gurudev's most cherished desires, who is fully adorned with the blessings of his Gurudev associates, who is expert in all aspects of Vedic knowledge, both conceivable and inconceivable, who is pre-element offers of Srila Rupa Goswami Prabhu's line, who is known as Govinda Sri Srila Bhakti Sundara Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj, whose beautiful, effulgent, exalted form is infused with pure devotion, who is the Guru of the entire universe and who is the giver of the seed of divine love for the Supreme Lord.
Devam Divyotanam Suchandavadanam Balarakshayanchitam Sandrananda Puram Sarikavarnam Vairagya Vidyam Bhuvim Sri Siddhanta Nidhim Subhakti Lasitam Saraswatam Namaram Vandeyam Sudham Devasharanam Yashishwaram Sriladharam.
I offer my obeisances unto the Lord, Srila Bhakti Yoga Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj, whose speech is the most pleasing, whose divine form is adorned with garments the color of the newly risen sun, who is an abode of intense ecstatic devotion, who is the sadhu's sole choice, who is an ocean of renunciation and knowledge, who is a treasure house of perfect conclusions, who is resplendent with pure devotion, who is the best of Srila Saraswati Thakur's followers, who is the giver of all good, who is the leading general of the Tridandi sannyasis, and who is my soul's shelter.
Sri Siddhanta Saraswati Vidito Gloria Gurvane Bhatu Hari Gurvane Yoga Sankirtane Mayavada Trimingilo Duragatan Udrita Jyaniman Krishna Prema Sudabdhiraham Sukham Pragarabhum Tam Bhaje.
I serve my Lord, who is known as Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Within the Gaudiya Sampradaya's lineage of gurus, he shines like the sun in the morning sky. Through the Sankirtan of Srimad Mahaprabhu, he rescues the souls engulfed within the belly of Timingala of illusionism and bestows upon them the ecstasy of swimming in the nectarine ocean of divine love of Krishna.
Namo Gaura Kishadaya Bhakta Buddha Murtaye Gaurangi Padma Bringaya Radha Bhava Nishevine.
I offer my obeisance unto the divine form of the devotee Avadhut, Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, who is a honeybee at the Sri Gaur Sundar's lotus feet and a servant of Srimati Radharani, imbued with deep loving attachment.
Vande Bhakti Vinodam Sri Gaura Shakti Swarupakam Bhakti Sastrake Samrajam Radha Sudhanidhim.
I offer my obeisance unto Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, the embodiment of Sri Gaura Sundar's potency. He is the king of all knowers of the scriptures of pure devotion and an ocean of the nectar of devotion to Srimati Radharani.
Gauravajasaye Vaishnavi Vaishnavi Vikram Jagannath Prabhu Vande Vimam Vaishnavam.
I offer my obeisance unto my Lord, the ocean of divine love, Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj. He is the senior most devotee and worshipped by all who have taken shelter in Sri Navadvip Dham and Sri Vrajadham.
Again and again I offer my obeisance unto the Supreme Lord's devotees, who are saviors of the fallen, oceans of mercy and wish-fulfilling trees.
Panchatattvatmam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Sarupakam Bhaktavatar Bhaktakam Bhakta Shaktikam. I offer my obeisance unto the fivefold manifestation of Sri Krishna, known as Panchatattva. His form as a devotee, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. His expanded form as a devotee, Sri Nityananda Prabhu. His avatar as a devotee, Sri Advaita Prabhu. His pure devotees led by Shivash Thakur, and his devotional energy led by Sri Gadadhar Pandit.
Namo Mahavadannaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namni Madhava Namaha.
Again and again I offer my obeisance unto you, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, the supreme merciful golden form of Sri Krishna, the giver of Krishna Prema.
Chetam Suruto Matsarvasya Madhava Radha.
All glories to the merciful Sri Sri Radha Madan Mohan. Though I am lame and wicked, they are my sole shelter, and their lotus feet are everything to me.
I meditate upon Sri Radha and Sri Govinda being worshipped by their dear girlfriends as they sit upon a throne within a beautiful jeweled temple beneath the wish-fulfilling trees of the divine abode of Vrindavan.
May Gopinath, the beautiful originator of the Rasa Leela, who stands on the river bank at Vamshibhat and attracts the gopis with his flute song, bestow auspiciousness upon us.
Again and again, I offer my obeisance unto Vrinda Devi, who is known as Tulsi Devi and Satyavati, who is most dear to Krishna and who bestows devotion to Krishna upon us.
Having offered obeisance to one's initiated guru, to the gurus who have taught one the meaning of the Bhagavat, and to all authors of Vedic literature who are the gurus of the entire world, proclaim Jai.
Jai Sabarika Sri Guru Govinda
Sri Krishna Chaitanya
Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Swami, we would like to take leave. It's getting a little.
All right. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Forgive him car towels, will you do it? If you like a small pair of car towels.
I think
He's got things to do.
he's sleep primarily right now. Okay, we'll leave. Swamiji, we'll come back next week with a better.
No, it's okay.
You can bring it.
Okay. I apologize.
Always welcome.
No.
Namaste.
Akshay Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Oh, he wants to make sure that comes.
Yeah, he's making sure of it.
I don't leave anybody behind.
Bye-bye. Maharaj want to give one book?
Yes.
He thinks that this is the universal key for him to everything.
Oh, you want to give your email address?
Yes.
This is
I will.
See you again, okay? Hare Krishna.
All right.
And I will give you my dad's as well.
Okay. You want to put your cell number to it?
Yes.
Any programs?
Yep. Akshay?
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Madhava. Thank you for a sumptuous
No,
meal.
thank you for coming.
Here my number is there.
Yes.
So, and you can share going on the
Namaste.
website. It's, a little
Yep, I
small.
will leave a few notes, I will leave a few cards at the J&J.
Namaste.
Namaste.
This is a book.
Okay. Namaste.
Namaskaram.
చెప్పండి.
Maharaj ki kuda cheppu.
It's like Gmail, right?
Gmail. Did I?
It's like Gmail.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Hare Krishna.
Namaste cheppu. Namaste andariki.
Hare Krishna.
నమస్కారం.
Hare Krishna.
హరి బోల్.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
బాయ్.
Oh, yes. I can't get too
And
far.
you got your
without that.
sunglasses, right?
Yes, I think I do. Yeah.
You want to show it out, the short way to get out, right? Or we do the changes, you know, make it with a fun. Yeah, with a fun.
I would go Main Street, I guess.
Did you have enough? Did you want anything else?
Little khichdi,
Sweet.
sweet. It's too chilly, right? The brinjal was too chilly.
All right. Page 105. Amar jivan sarapa pirata nahika punyera lesha.
Amaro
जीवन सदा पापे रत नहीं को पुण्येर लेश
Arera udvega diyachi ekata diyachi divera kesha.
Parera udvega diyachi je kato diyachi jivero klesha.
Nijar sukha lagi pape nahi nari kaya hina pata para.
Nijara sukha
लगी पापे नाही डरी दयाहीन स्वार्थ पर
Ara sukhe dukhi sada mithyabasi ara dukha sukha tara.
Para dukhe dukhi sada mithyavasi para dukha sukhakara.
Ase sakamanna dukhi mahi mora Sodi damba parayana.
अशेष कामना हिरि माझे मोर हृदम्ब परायण
Madhamata sada visaye mohita hinsa gava vibhushana.
Madhamata sada vishaye mohita hinsa garva vibhushana.
Nigalasya hatta sukhaye virata akaye yujogiyami.
निजालस्य हत सुकार्ये विरत अकार्ये उद्योगियामि
Upatista lagiya satya acharana lobahata sarakami.
प्रतिष्ठा लागिया षठ आचरण लोभात सदा खामि
Oehinga dujanna sajana vadita aparadhi verantara.
एहेन दुर्जन सजन भजित अपराधी निरंतर
Subhakaya surya saranartha manna nana dukhe jatadara.
अशुभ कार्य शून्य सदानर्थ मन नाना दुखे जर जर
Varakye karna upaye vihina kahe kinati akintana.
बालके कन उपाय विहीन कादे दीन किंचन
Vakati vinora prabhora charane kare dukari vedana.
भक्ति विनोद प्रभुर चरणे करे दुख निवेदन
Amar jivanna sarapa pirata nahika punyera lesha.
আমার জীবন সদা পাপে রত নাহি কো পুণ্যের লেশ
Parera udvega diyachi ekata diyachi jivera klesha.
পরের উদ্বেগ দিয়াছি যে কত দিয়াছি জীবের ক্লেশ।
My life has always engaged in sin. There's not a trace of piety within it. I have caused others so much anxiety and trouble. I'm never afraid to engage in sinful activities for the sake of my own happiness. I'm merciless, selfish, I'm a perpetual liar. I'm saddened by the happiness of others. I'm pleased by the sadness of others. There are unlimited sinful desires within the core of my heart. I am angry, arrogant, always mad with vanity, infatuated with mundanity, and ornamented with malice and pride. I am subdued by laziness and sleep, averse to performing good deeds, and eager to perform sinful deeds. I engage in deceitful behavior in pursuit of prestige. I am ruined by greed and constantly covetous. Such a sinner as I is shunned by devotees and is a constant offender. I am devoid of virtuous motives, always intent upon evil. I'm racked by various miseries. Now aged, I am devoid of any means of deliverance, and thus destitute and distressed. Bhakti Yoga submits this remorseful confession at the Lord's lotus feet. Bhakti Yoga.
Joy. Is it possible, Krishna Kesava Prabhu, to find that in map, that place?
I looked a little bit.
He could not find that. What happened? Is the shop closed?
I don't know. But it was an entire shopping center, right? That we walked.